Hello, so tribe. You are all welcome to my channel. My name is Divine. Thank you for coming back. For those who have subscribed to this channel, thank you all for subscribing. And if you are new here, I welcome you. Kindly subscribe to this channel for more interesting free tutorial, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I upload new video. So today's class is going to be very interesting. Trust me when I say interesting, it will. So we'll be learning how to draft our basic trouser pattern. I will be showing you step by step the detailed illustration of how you can get your perfect basic trouser pattern. So I want you to be very attentive and take note as we go in this class. So let's head straight to the drafting table. Alright, so tribe. So for the material you'll be needing to draft the pattern of this basic trouser, you'll be needing your straight ruler, you need your pencil, you need your cuff, hip cuff, your paper scissors, and I'll be using this marker to trace it, and of course you need your tape measure. Now I want you to be very attentive here. I want to give you some tips that will help you to get your basic trouser pattern correctly. Now these four measurements are very important for you to take on yourself or your clients. So you're going to take your trouser length, the hip, the circumference of your hip. You're going to be taking your band measurements, and you will need your thigh measurement. So the first thing you want to do, you're going to be measuring the length of your trouser. That's the first thing you're going to do. From this line, I just drew it to serve as a guide. Can you see it? So from this starting point now, you'll be measuring your length. Whatever the length of your measurement is, you're going to measure. For me, the length of my trouser is 40 inches. So this is the starting point, and this is where it will stop. Now, for you to get your crotch depth, your accurate crotch depth, there is a formula for it. Now, for this basic trouser pattern, you are going to be using your hip measurement divided by 4. My hip measurement is 36. So if I divide 36 by 4, I will be having 9 inches. So that means from the starting point here, I will be measuring 9 inches. And that's 9 inches, you'll be using it to draw out square box. So that means you're going to measure your 9 inches here. 9 inches from the starting point here to this place, you measure 9 inches. From this edge to this edge, you measure 9 inches. And from here to here like this, you measure 9 inches. Let me draw out the square box and I'll show you the next thing to do. Okay, as you can see, I have drawn out the square box. This is my 9 inches. So whatever your own hip is, yours will be 40. So that means you'll be having 10 as your square box. So this is the square box. This box is very important for you to get your accurate crotch depth. Now after this one, now you are going to be drawing out what I call your crotch extension. So this part now, you can call this line, you can call it from here to here, you can call it your crotch depth. So now, having known your crotch depth, now we want to do what we call our crotch extension. Whatever your hip measurement is, just divide it by 20. Now for my own, that my hip is 36. So if I divide my hip by 20, I'll be having 1.6 thereabouts. So I will approximate it to 2 inches for ease. So I'll measure my 2 inches like this, and I'm going to draw a straight line. So this part now, the whole of this line is going to be what I call crotch extension. And on this line, this is where you'll be having your thigh measurements, your round thigh measurement. So from this part now to this part is going to be my thigh measurement. My thigh measurement is 23 inches. So if I measure it now, you see, so I have 11 and a half. Do you get it now? So for your trouser, because we are drafting on pattern paper, you should have it at the back of your mind that your complete trouser blocks is going to be 4 blocks, 2 for front and 2 for back. I hope you are still with me. So, and that is the reason why we divided our hip by 4, because we will be having 4 blocks all together. Now after the crotch extension, so for you to get your crease line now, you'll be measuring your crotch line, I mean the 9 inches. You are going to divide it into 2. Whatever you get there, you're going to use it to draw a straight line. So this straight line is what I call crease line. So these are crease line. Now the next thing you want to do now is to insert your dart. So I'm going to draw the straight line like this. So for this dart line, you could use your nipple to nipple measurements, or you divide your square box into 2 and draw your dart. So I'll be opening the intake of the dart is going to be half on both sides. So I'll draw out half on both sides just like this, and this is going to serve as our dart. Now the next thing you want to do is to measure your knee length. Now if you have not measured your knee length on yourself or your client, there is a measurement you can use to achieve that. From this crotch depth, measure whatever you have left, as in your crease line, measure it, and you're going to be dividing it into 2. So on the whatever you get, you come up by 1.5, and you're going to draw your straight line. So that's going to be your knee length. All right, the next thing you'll be doing now is to insert your knee roundness on the knee line. So this is how you go about it. My knee roundness is 16. So 16, you divide it into 2, and it's going to give you 8. So whatever your own is, divide it into 2. So this line will serve as a guide. My 8 inches now, I will be placing it 4, 4. So for this side, for this side. So, and I'm going to mark. So this is my knee circumference. Now because we are drafting basic trouser pattern, so whatever you have as your knee roundness is what you'll be using for your ankle measurements. So for the hem as well, you're going to do the same thing you did here. So 8, you are going to be using the line as a guide, and you are going to draw 4, 4 on both sides. Now you are going to connect the line with your ruler like so. So bring it up to this place. So your 8, you bring it up like this. So you have this, and you're going to do the same thing here. So you're going to do it like so. This is my line. Now this, from this part now, you're going to be connecting it to your crotch extension using your ruler. So you're going to be placing this ruler like so. Can you see it? You don't want the curve there to be much, so just place your ruler like I'm doing it, and just draw your line like so. So we have it like this. Can you see it? Now for this part as well, you're going to be connecting it to this part. So from this now, you're going to draw your line. Can you see it? You're going to connect, and the down part of the trouser is ready. So for the upper part, for you to finish it up now, you're going to insert your band measurement. So from here, you'll be measuring from this side, not from here. You're measuring from this crotch part, this part like this. You measure in. Don't start your measurement from this place to this place. It's not correct. So my band is 28. If I divide 28 into 4, I will be having 7 inches, and you know the dart intake is 1 inch. So 1 plus 7 is going to give us 8 inches. So this is the 8 inches you're going to mark, and you are going to be connecting it to this part. So you have your, and our front pattern is almost ready. So the next thing you want to do now is to draw this shape. Now for you to get this, your hip measurement, you'll be needing your hip measurement, the length of your hip. From the depth of your crochet, you can just go up by 2. For a slim size, you can go up by 2, and for plus size, you can go up by 2.5. So because I am slim, I'll be going up by 2 inches, and I have my 2 inches like this. So you're going to be drawing straight line. So this line is going to serve as your hip line. So we have the hip line to be here. So this is our hip line. I mean, for you to draw this line for the crush, you'll be going out on the line. You go out by 0.25 and you mark. So here now you're going to connect like this with your curve. So just draw your line like this. Can you see it? So this is going to, the reason why we are doing this is for you to have perfect shape in the front of your trouser. So you draw it like this, and you are going to reconnect it back to the starting point. Can you see it? So you have it like this. Can you see it? So that means if you want to cut, you are cutting on this line. So all right, this is what you'll be having for the front. Before we cut it and draft the back, this part of your trouser here at the side, you come up by ½ inch. Just come up by ½ inch so that your band can relax very well. Can you see it? So, and you are going to mark and connect to this part of the dart, the first line, the dart leg. Can you see? Just draw it like that. Can you see it? So, and you can just go ahead and cut it out. All right, I've cut out the front block. So you will be cutting 2 of these when you are transferring it on your fabric. So there is a reason why I still left this place. We need to close our dart to shape our front. This part of the crush is very, very important for you to shape it so that your crush will relax very well there. You know, when some people wear their trousers, the place will squeeze up. So to avoid that, that is what we want to do now. So on this crush line, you come down by between 0.5 to 1 inch. So I'll be coming down by 1 inch. So with this 1 inch now, you are going to use it to shape this part. Can you see it? Just shape it so that your front pattern will relax very well. Now like this, now you can now cut this line like this. So I've cut it out. Can you see the shape now? Now as a matter of fact, if you want to make your trouser block to be dartless, that means you can just leave it like this. I've closed the dart. But if not, if you want it with dart, you just remove it and you're going to hold the dart. Now the next thing we're going to do now is we'll be drafting the back panel using the front panel that we have finished drafting. Now this is what we'll be doing. As you can see, this is my front block and I have placed it on another pattern paper. Now you are going to go ahead. The first thing you want to do on this back block is we are going to be lifting the back crush. We are going to lift our back crush. We'll be lifting it by 2 inches for a slim size, and you can use 2.5 inches for a plus size. So you come to this part of the crush at the back and you are going to measure 2 inches. Can you see it? Just measure the 2 inches like that, and you are going to be bringing it to this part like so. Can you see the way I'm placing my ruler? Just go ahead and lift it like this. All right, this is the first thing. It is very, very important for your trouser to sit down properly on your bob. So I'll tape it down like so. Now we're going to be measuring everything you know, we did not add any allowance, so your allowance will be on the back pattern. The allowance of the trouser is always on the back pattern. Now, you know, my thigh is 23. Whatever your thigh is, you're going to measure it. I already have the half of the of my thigh there, so you'll be bringing it out like this, and just go and measure whatever your thigh is. So this is where my thigh will end. This is 23 inches, and this is 23 inches, and I'll be adding 2 inches extra. The 2 inches is going to be for the joining. So I have my thigh to be here. I hope you are still with me. So the next thing you want to do now is to come to your knee length and do the same thing. This is my knee. My knee is 16. So you measure your 16. This is my 16 inches here. And I'm going to be adding 2 inches as well. The essence of these 2 inches is you'll be using half inch to join your pattern. So you're going to add the same 2 inches here as well for the ankle. I'm going to connect the dot. So connect it like so using your long ruler. Can you see it? Just go ahead and connect. And this part, you can just use your, just like we did for the front crush, you can just do like this and just connect. So we have it like this, and we come to the upper part. You're going to be measuring your hip, whatever your hip measurement is. My hip is 36, you know, so whatever your own hip is, measure what you have here. So, and you are going to bring it out like this, you know, you'll be dividing it into 2. So this is where my hip ends. From here now, I will be adding 2 inches. So you had 2 inches as well. So, and I will come to the band area as well. My band is 28. So bring it out like this. Can you see it? And this is where my 28 ends. I'll bring it out and I'm going to add 2 inches. Do you get it now? So, and I'm going to connect it. So I will connect it like this. Can you see it? Like so. So you bring it like so, and you're going to blend everything up like this. And our pattern is ready. So I want to connect the down part like this. You can just go ahead and trace it out so that you have the complete pattern like so. So I am tracing. So like this now, I'll be able to remove my front pattern, my front block. So you need to be careful here so that you're going to maintain the shape. All right. And I can just remove the tape like so. And we have our back block. Can you see it? So you can just write 2 times, cutting 2 of these, and this one 2 times. The last thing to do here now is to cut out your band. You are removing your band from the block. The standard measurement for the band is 1.5 for this size, so I'll be using 1.5. You should cut your band from the block. This is it. So you're going to cut out 1.5 all through, and you trace it out. Can you see it? So this is going to be for the band. You do the same thing for the back block. Can you see it? So please, this is very, very important. Label it. So you can call this part crush. I use C to indicate this is going to be my crush, the part that will go to the crush, and this is going to be the side. So this is up, and this place is going to be the point you will attach to the main body. So you can just put anything that will help you to know each point. So I'm going to measure 1.5 all through for the back block as well. The same way we did for the front is what you will do for the back. you mark all through and just go ahead and connect. Can you see it? The band together like so. Okay, and you label it as well. This is C crotch part, this is up, this is side, and this is going to be the point you will attach to the. Cut the band out. I will not be cutting this out because I will be using it for my sloper, so I'll just go ahead and trace it. So you can just trace it with your tracing wheel. Trace your band. I would not like to cut the band out, so you just go ahead and trace it out with your tracing wheel. Just go ahead and trace. So you have this, and don't forget to do the labeling as well. It's very important. Up, crotch, side, and so you do the same thing for the front. Up, C, and side, and you can just cut out the price. I've cut the band out. Can you see it? And I label all the points. Now this is our complete pattern set for our basic trouser. Don't forget, if you are transferring it on your fabric, you are going to cut this out. The reason why I'm not cutting it out is because I want to use this one as my sloper. So we have come to the end of this tutorial. If you would like to see the sewing part of this trouser, you can just leave a comment in the comment section. And if this tutorial has been helpful, can you give us thumbs up? Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more interesting tutorials like this, and you can as well share with fellow subscribers so that they can learn. I'll see you in the next class. Bye.